Welcome to episode 256 of the Ben Briggs podcast. I am Ben Briggs. It is Tuesday, people. Tuesday, the 10th of January, 2023. I hope you're all doing all right out there. I hope you've had a good week so far. I know it's the start of the week, people, but you've got to think positive. Also, this is coming to you at 4 a.m. Yes, that's right, people. 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, because I was woken up and I thought, fuck it, I'll get the podcast done. I'll get it done early. And then I won't have to apologise for getting this done a day late. Although, sorry about this, people, but we are having upload issues at the moment. With regards to the internet here at Briggs Towers. So this may well actually be uploaded late. So, you know, it's horses for courses at the minute, people. it's you can't win for fucking not winning, or you can't win for not losing, or I just need to turn the volume up in my headphones there. Or you can't lose for, or whatever. I don't know. I'm starting to talk shit. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, people. The reason I was woken up early was because I initially thought someone was being brutally murdered outside because there was a screeching or a screaming or whatever it was. It seemed like somebody was definitely either being murdered, sexually assaulted, or disemboweled outside. But it turns out it was two foxes fighting. I know. In the middle of the night, territorial disputes here in Northamptonshire. Two fucking foxes fighting. One was underneath the car. We'll call him the pussy of the situation. One was underneath the car screaming its fucking head off, and the other one was trying to get to it and just couldn't quite get to it. So then, like a cunning fox, the non-pussy one sort of like went away but kept within watching distance until the other one came out. This was absolutely fascinating watching this at about half an hour ago. But the fucking noise this one was making underneath the car, Jesus, I thought it was, when I initially saw a fox outside, I thought they were fucking or something, because I've heard foxes fuck before, and it's fucking brutal. They don't make love, man. Foxes do not make love. They just fucking bang and then try to get out of the situation. But the female fox's vagina, I think. Jesus Christ, it's too early to be saying vagina. And at 4 o'clock's too early in the morning for that. It seems to is that one of the vaginas that clamps round like a fucking crook lock round your cock? The male one. It's usually the male one screaming after that. But I don't know whether these were two males or two females or what. But the one under the car was a fucking pussy. The other one must have been the one in charge because it was fucking just prowling round, just eager. You know what I mean? Its blood was up. It was lustful for a fight. And then when the other one eventually came out, when it did its little, hey man, I'm going to leave you alone now, and then went into the shadows and just waited for the other one to come out, it pounced on it, and there was one almighty fucking screaming session from the other one. And you're like, it's fucking 3:30 in the morning, bud. Show a bit of fucking backbone. You're never going to make it in this town if you're fucking screaming your guts off at a fight. Jesus. We had a pussy fox out there, but fair play. Like the other one was a lot bigger, so you got to use what you use, didn't you? But yeah, that's the reason why this is coming at you early. Fucking, the animal kingdom is fucking brutal, and shit like that can be happening on your doorstep, can't it? Here we are, trying to be civilized, trying to be a civilized animal going about our business, and there's fucking foxes trying to fucking, claw each other's eyes out and fucking pull each other's windpipes out at 3:30 in the morning. It's still, we're the only fucking animal that doesn't happen to. Yes, it does. Those fucking idiots who go into the wild, like, looking for bear. Oh, there's a bear with some cubs. I'll go over and stroke the cubs. And the next minute, the mother bear comes along and it's fucking ripping your backpack off and, like, having an inspection of your bone marrow. Yeah, it's for every other animal out there, it's fucking brutal, isn't it? I mean, even like urban foxes living in a town, scavenging for bins and things. It's hardly like it's still fucking brutal out there for a minute. There's always some bigger, faster, and that's the only thing, isn't it? If you make it on top as an animal. If you make it on top, you're always looking over your shoulder for the next fucker who's going to go and knock you off your perch, isn't it? There's a metaphor for doing anything in the human world, but Jesus, at least you're not, when you get to a certain age, you're cared for, aren't you? Or you should be, or you've made enough money that you can. In the animal kingdom, when it's fucking brutal, you're old. Okay, we're going to take over. I'm going to take over this now. I'll either kill you or leave you alive. If I leave you alive, you're going to be outside the group, so you're going to die anyway. You might as well just kill me. Just fucking kill me now. Take the harem of bitches I've got. That could be what the fox fight was about. I imagine it was territorial because the bigger fox was going around pissing a lot. I noticed that. It kept going to various areas in the street and pissing. Now, I don't know whether it was marking its territory or just it's observed the locals around here on their way back from the pub and thought, fucking hell, this is what I must do. Everybody else is doing it. I don't know. So, anyway. So we're up bright and early. I should be keeping my voice down, really, but I imagine... I saw the people opposite. We had that sort of like one-on-one. I had my light on looking out the window and he had his light on looking out the window. And we were like, when the fuck, you exchange that look of when the fuck is this screaming going to be over? Just kill it. Kill it. I want it to die. You kill that one. Just so I can get an extra couple of hours sleep. Thank you. Anyway... so this has been my bright early start to the morning, people, and it hasn't got me in a good mood. Have we got any tea left? No, I've just sat down with tea. I've had the cup of tea already. Anyway, what have I been up to this week so far? Yesterday I had to go to the dentist. Holy fucking shit. I see it quite therapeutic. I know people will say I'm a fucking lunatic for this, but I actually enjoy going to the hygienist, getting my teeth cleaned, and I just find it relaxing, man. There's something weird about the monotony of the thing going in between your teeth, that cleaning thing, and taking the stains off. I was almost dropping off yesterday. I had a bit of a fucking annoying encounter with some woman who when I pulled up to the fucking dentist yesterday, there was no parking spaces. My dentist is a fucking nightmare. There was hardly any parking spaces. I immediately pulled in. There's cars on both sides. Somebody's parked ahead of me, and I just pull in, and then I think, oh, fuck, I pull halfway in, and then I go to reverse, and somebody's right up my fucking ass. Because you can't go anywhere these days without anybody. You can't make a mild mistake driving, or you can't hesitate for a moment because everybody's right up your fucking tailpipe these days. I mean, like, I understand the irony of this, people, because I hate dithery drivers as well. But it's different when it's me who doesn't know where they're going. That's it, innit? It's different when it's me who doesn't know where I'm going, yeah? These people ought to understand. When it's somebody in front of me dithering around, they need to get the fuck out of there. So I immediately tried to reverse. Somebody's right up my ass. And she parks a car. My car's at an angle where I've pulled in and gone round because I'm thought, fuck it, I'll just swing it round, or and just wait for somebody to come out. So my car's at an angle. She parks up behind me. She can see where my car is. I'm blocking every fucker in, basically. She goes to park up behind me and then get out of her car, as if to just fucking leave it there. So she's blocked me in. She's blocked... fuck me. So I had to get out the car and say, look, I'm trying to fucking turn round, sweetheart. Is there any... I was a little bit more polite than that. I just went, I'm trying to turn round. There's no spaces. I'm not parking my car here. Do you want to give me a little bit of room? Back up, sweetie. Yeah? And I'll reverse it and then reverse into in between the spaces and then wait for somebody to come out. So she was like really, for some reason, she was really pissed off at this. Probably because she knew that I'd sort of like bagsied the first space that comes of the person who leaves. So after this, there's a guy who walks out. She leaves. She leaves the car park. That's it. I never saw her again, to be honest. I didn't see her walk in again or come back to the dentist. Who knows what the fuck happened to her? I have no idea. She could have been mauled by foxes for all I fucking know for the rest of the day and just disappeared, dragged into the wilderness. She was she's quite a large woman. There's meat on there for a good month, easy. So I wait for the first person to come out. First person comes out, and I jump out of the car and just said to the guy, are you going? Like, are you parked up? Are you going? And he goes, yeah, I am going. And I went, brilliant. Which one's your car? And he goes, no, I walked here. What the, I just don't. Are you going? What the fuck did you think I was doing? Do you think I'm doing a fucking survey of the time people leave the dentist? I'm just standing out there on my own free will, logging on a fucking bar chart, the amount of people that come out in half an hour interviews. No, mate, I'm after your fucking parking space. That's why I'm asking you if you're fucking leaving. I bet he got home to his missus. Somebody was really nice and said, asked me if I was leaving as I went. And I said, yes. Fucking hell. So we're back to square one. We've still got no parking space. I've had 2 interactions with people that have made me fucking simmer. I mean, who the fuck says, are you leaving? Yes, I'm leaving. Okay, which car's yours? Oh, no, I walked here. What the fuck? Why didn't you just say that? It's pretty obvious what I'm waiting for. I've just jumped out of a car that's parked in the middle of fucking nowhere, bud, blocking everybody else in. You come strolling out and I say, are you leaving? Yes, I'm leaving. Fuck me. What is wrong with you? So I jump back in the Briggs mobile. I'm waiting there. And then I see a woman walk out. She's a middle-aged woman. She's a white woman. She looks like a bit of a Karen. But I've now got this guy in my head about what he was like. So I've jumped out the car and I've said to the woman, oh, excuse me, did you drive here? I, I, that's what I said. Did you drive here? Why do you want to know if I drove here? Because the last fucking guy, I had to explain it, sweetheart. Yeah? I mean, obviously, it's not the best opening question in the world when you look a little bit like me. Skinhead, scar on his face. Yes. Okay. But she took a step back. Why are you asking me if I drove here? Because I want your fucking car, sweetheart. That's what I want. I'm exchanging my car over there for your fucking car. What the fuck do you think? The car park's full. Did you drive here? That's what I was going to ask. Did you drive here? Yes, I did. Excellent. Is it okay to take your parking space? Can I do that? Not did you drive? Hi, did you? Hi, sorry to interrupt. I think I even said that. I didn't just go up to her. That would be psychotic. Yeah, I admit that. I didn't just go up to her and say, did you drive here? Excuse me, sorry to bother you. Did you drive in? I was fucking over polite, and she looked at me like I was a fucking piece of shit. Jesus. Like I was going to fucking drag her in the bushes and give her a good old fox in. There we go. There's a new verb. Yeah. Did you drive here? Sorry to bother you. Oh, yes, I did. Are you after my parking space? Yes, put two and two together, sweetheart. Not everybody out there is trying to fucking attack you. Sometimes, people just want your fucking parking space. That's all they want. They don't want anything else from you. I don't want your wallet. I don't want your fucking raggedy old fucking trench coat, fucking horrible woolen fucking Sherlock Holmes fucking jacket that you're fucking wearing. All I don't want your split ends. I don't want to shave your hair off and put them in little plastic bags and sell them on the internet. I don't want to do that shit. I just want your parking space, sweetheart. Not everybody is twisted and fucked up out there. I'm coming from a selfish point of view here, sweetie. You know what I mean? All I want is your fucking parking space. Ugh! You don't have to visibly recoil at somebody. Jesus, 3 fucking interactions with people. And every single one of them fucking pissed me off. And I haven't even got into the dentist yet. You know what? That's probably why going to the dentist seems like a relaxation to me. Because it's the interactions I have before I actually get in the fucking dentist chair with people that actually wind me up that much that anything is going to feel relaxing next to that. I don't know. Fucking hell, my nose is fucking running out. It's the early morning snots are kicking in. Anyway, so yeah. And then she continues to take fucking ages getting out. Reverse is over there, sweetheart. It's the one with R on it. Jesus Christ. Took ages to put on a fucking seatbelt. And then you start getting fucking anxious that somebody else is going to come in. And then you've got to explain then I've got to get out of the car a fucking 4th time and explain to them, sorry, me and this fucking lady who thinks I'm going to be brutally assault her on an understanding that I have this parking space because I was next in line. All right? They try and cut inside, and then the next minute you are brutally murdering the person who's come in and took the space, and then the woman's just standing there horrified because all of her original thoughts about you are true, and then you've got to kill her as well. No witnesses. Jesus. I need to calm down, man. Jesus. I can see myself getting in one of these situations like in about 10 years' time and being one of those people who kills over having a heart attack because they're so fucking angry about something. Anyway, yeah, so I went in there. I had all my teeth cleaned up. I fucking love the feeling of the inside of my mouth. Oh, hey, sounds rude. I love the feeling of the inside of my mouth when when I've had my teeth cleaned. It just feels so fucking good, man. And every time I go in there, they check to see if you've got gum disease. And then you think, oh, yeah, my gums are in pretty good order. And then you come out thinking, oh, fucking hell, my mouth is a fucking state. An absolute state. They do that thing, don't they, where they prick your fucking gums and go, oh, a little bit of bleeding, little bit of bleeding, little bit of bleeding, some more bleeding, more bleeding. Jesus Christ, it sounded, sounded like a fucking massacre that was going on in my mouth when she was going around with this. But apparently, things are getting better because obviously I was smoking. So your gums fucking recede like fuck when you're smoking. But obviously, because I am no longer smoking and now vaping, things have got a little bit better. Settled down. The old gum disease has settled down. Oh, yeah. We're going to make a triumphant return to smiling people. But fuck me. I was annoyed when I got in there. Talking about, I'll tell you what, I did watch the other day as well. I watched, and it caught me off guard. I don't usually get caught off guard with stuff on TV now. I don't usually watch shit like 24 Hours in A&E or, like Paramedics, Accident and Emergency. But I was switching channels the other night. And 24 Hours with A&E came on. And the most fucking gruesome thing I have ever seen. You know when you see these videos online of kickboxers kicking and they kick and the fucking leg breaks and then they go back. They don't realise the leg's broken and it bends round their opponent and, oh, fuck me. I struggle watching that. But there was some woman, I think she'd been in a bike accident, and they lead up to it in that, don't they? That's what they do in 24 Hours in A&E. They give you the backstory to what's happened to the person, but they don't show you the fucking injury until the end. It's like a big reveal. It's like it's a big crescendo at the end of the build-up. It's pretty much like how they unveil Britain's Got Talent, isn't it? But this is like Britain's Got Talent for horrific injuries. They'll build it up, and then they'll give you the fucking money shot right after they've built it up. This woman had been on a bike, I think. She'd come off a bike, and if you want to watch it, fucking Google 24 Hours in A&E foot. She'd been in an accident, and it was hanging on. Literally hanging on. It was the most fucking gruesome thing I have ever seen. It was, and it's just gives you a whole fucking, that shiver down your spine. There's something weirdly compelling about it, but also absolutely fucking disgusting. It was just, I don't know how the fuck she did that on a bike. She must have been going at some speed when she came off, but it was bent round. It was fucking, I think it was only being hung on, being kept on by the skin. All the bones were fucking shattered, snapped, and fuck me. I have never seen a foot like that before. She looked like she could, it looked like her foot had turned into an owl's head. You know, they can rotate totally. It totally rotated. She'd made herself into a push me pull you from from Dr. Dolittle. Fucking hell. It was, and it was one of those things where I was watching TV, click the channel, and I was like, this is like 24 Hours in A&E. I haven't watched this for a while. Oh, yeah, that's why we don't watch this. There it is. There's the horrendous fucking physical trauma that is going to be flashing back every time I close my fucking eyes. Yeah, it's awful. Totally awful. I've seen some injuries in my life. I've had a few injuries. I've seen somebody break their fucking ankle playing football, and I heard somebody break their leg when I was at a six-a-side tournament. I know that's as bad as it sounds as well. That is as bad as it sounds. They were playing 2 pitches over, and I heard the fucking break. It echoed around the park, and everybody was like, fuck, what the fuck was that? And it was some guy just snapped his fucking lower leg bone, whatever that is. Yeah, fucking disgusting. The only thing I've ever done like that is I did the ligaments and cracked a bone in my ankle playing football. Various other stuff. Broke a couple of ribs, broken fucking toes, broken finger, fucking cheek. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, various things. So, but yeah, I've never seen anything. If that was me and I looked down and my foot was like that, I'd kill me now. Kill me now. I don't want the trauma of knowing that I've done that to myself. Just end it. Can you imagine that? The worst bit would be waiting for the fucking ambulance to turn up and you're just looking at your foot that's barely hanging on. It looked like an amputated foot it looked like an amputated leg that somebody had just put a floppy sock on the end of. It's fucking how that, you know. And then apparently, that was at the point I tapped out, man. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with this fucking program. 24 hours in A&E, I am done with you for fucking ever. And apparently, a couple of hours later, it was all fixed. Yeah, it's amazing what they can do. But like somebody's fucking trouser leg was too long for them. It was just like, just hanging there. Oh, man, brutal. The other thing I did watch this week, obviously, I've got gigs this week, so I'll be updating you of those. But the other thing I did watch was the Hatchet Wielding Hitchhiker, which is a must-see. It's up there with Tiger King, baby. It's a documentary on Netflix about some guy called Kai Guy, who was a hero. I remember seeing this fucking meme about this guy going around as well. I didn't see the original video because obviously I'm not American. He's an American guy. Hey, man. I'm an American guy, man. Just going around fucking being a hero and shit. So he's an American guy. And he saved some woman from a mental guy who was getting a lift off, from murdering her, and he whacked him over the head a couple of times with a fucking hatchet to take the guy out. The news interviewed him, and because he was quite a quirky, he was just like Kirk Douglas, quite a quirky sort of guy. He went fucking viral because he was like smash. He's that guy with a hatchet. So this guy goes viral, and then because everybody's making him out to be a hero, and in that scenario he is a hero. Everybody's making him out to be a hero, and it just shows how desperate we are these days for heroes, doesn't it? Where people don't necessarily fact check or do a background check on people. They see one thing that they do and then suddenly they're elevated as a hero. This guy is the ultimate fall from grace in, it was junk food fucking heroics. You know, he was good 1 minute, and then the next minute he's laying in bed with a fucking McDonald's stomach fucking farting out of his ass. That's essentially, there's the metaphor for you, people. It's not a great one. But yeah, this is the ultimate disposable heroics that we have these days. He's the hero for the fucking TikTok generation. This guy. Or like, like how these days, how everything is easily disposable. Something becomes popular and then it fucking is forgotten about. He's done this in the hero stakes. He's a massive hero. He saves a woman's life. He's charismatic. He comes across in the interview. And then it turns out, actually, he's a complete fucking mentalist and brutally murdered somebody 3 months later. That's the hero you fucking deserve out there. That's it. Isn't it? That is the hero you fucking... I mean, this guy had it on a fucking plate. If he wasn't such a fucking idiot, he was on Jimmy Kimmel. There was people wanted to do a reality show about him. There's people wanting to give him, doing merch, giving him shit. This guy could have turned his life around, done the hero thing, turned his life around, and lived an amazing fucking life. But because he's fucking fucked up mentally, clearly you could tell that a little bit. He was quirky in the original interview, but then he started getting fucking weird in subsequent interviews, and that's what happens these days, isn't it? Somebody's a hero, and then goes out and brutally murders an old man who he had some sort of weird relationship with. Let's call it that anyway. It was odd, but it's fascinating watching these documentaries. I want to see. It is this year's Tiger King. That's what I want to see from all documentaries from now on. I want to see somebody who comes across as a hero and then ends up in prison. I want all documentaries to be exclusively about people who are heroes who end up brutally murdering older people. So plenty more of that, please, Netflix. I don't know. Isn't it a weird fascination how what we have with serial killers, murderers, and it's he's like a young traveling Tiger King, essentially. This guy, but it's fascinating watching stuff like this, and you can just. I mean, I didn't think it'd take that twist. That it'd end up, Sorry if you haven't seen the documentary and you're listening to this, but it's well worth watching. Sorry if I've just fucking ruined it for you, but you should be aware of the story anyway. But that happened within 3 months. Within 3 months of being on TV. That's it. It's a nice little package, neat little story. And then on to the next one, isn't it? On to the next hero, on to the next fucking weird person we're going to fucking make a documentary about. That's it, isn't it? Dear. Thanks for that. Thanks for your life and everything. Now, you spend the rest of your time in prison. We're going to make another documentary about other fucking weirdos like you. Oh, fucking hell. And so the process continues. Well, people, that is episode 256 of the Ben Briggs podcast. I hope the rest of your week is good. It is now just gone 4:30 in the morning. So I am going to go back to sleep, and I shall speak to you on Saturday, motherfuckers. Have a good rest of your working week. I'll speak to you Saturday. Take care.